With its white sandy beaches, soaring mountains and picturesque harbor, it's no wonder that Rio de Janeiro is known as the Cidade Maravilhosa, or Marvelous City. Facing the South Atlantic coast, the second largest city in Brazil is blessed with one of the most beautiful natural settings for a metropolis in the world. In this video, we explore the best tourist attractions in Rio de Janeiro. We've collected a list of the top tourist attractions in Rio de Janeiro, so make sure to include them in your list if you're a visitor. At first in the list, number 1, Christ the Redeemer. Perched atop the 710-meter, 2,330 feet, high peak of Corcovado Peak, the statue of Cristo Redentor stands with arms outstretched, gazing serenely out over the city. Construction of the statue began in 1922 during the heyday of the Art Deco movement, and the concrete and soapstone statue is considered the largest statue designed in the genre in the world. Number 2, Copacabana. Separated from Ipanema to the west by surfer favorite Arpoador Beach, Copacabana has a more active vibe than its equally famous neighbor. Rio locals, called cariocas, always seem to have a game of soccer or volleyball in play. And vendors vociferously hawk their drinks and snacks from the kiosks that line the beach. Fort Copacabana, a military base with a wartime museum that is open to the public, stands at one end of the beach. On the length of beach fronting the fort, fishermen offer up their morning catch for sale. Number 3, Ipanema. The beach made famous in the bossa nova song The Girl from Ipanema in the 1960s remains one of Rio's most popular tourist spots today. A long, arcing expanse of soft white sand and rolling waves, Ipanema routinely reaches the top of the best beaches in the world lists year after year. The beach is bordered by a well-organized grid of shops, cafes and restaurants, as well as an array of art galleries, theaters and clubs. Number 4, Sugarloaf Mountain. Rising 400 meters, 1,300 feet, above the mouth of Guanabara Bay, Sugarloaf Mountain is a monolith of quartz and granite that visitors can crest via a glass-walled cable car known as a bondinho or teleférico. The cable car departs every 20 minutes from the base of Babylonia Hill and climbs to the top of the Morro de Urca Hill. From there, visitors can take a second cable car up to the mountain summit. Number 5, Santa Teresa Neighborhood. Perched on a hill overlooking the city's harbor, the Santa Teresa neighborhood invites visitors to step back in time and experience the faded elegance of Rio's. The region escaped development until 1896, when an aqueduct was built that linked the neighborhood to the city. The district was a haven for artists, musicians, and writers in the 20th century. And although trendy clubs and boutiques have since overtaken the neighborhood, it still retains a friendly artist colony vibe. Number 6, Tijuca National Park. One of the largest urban forests in the world, the Tijuca National Park covers a huge area of a mostly mountainous landscape. Visitors can hike to Rio's highest peak, the Pico de Tijuca, to enjoy expansive views of Guanabara Bay and the city below. Nearly destroyed in the early 1800s by encroaching coffee plantations, much of the forest was replanted by hand in the latter half of the century with as many as 9 million trees. Number 7, Prainha Beach. If you're searching for a peaceful stretch of sand near Rio de Janeiro, then head over to Prainha Beach. This is a half-moon-shaped beach that is bordered by jungle-covered hills. In comparison to Copacabana or Ipanema, Prainha Beach is relatively uncrowded, especially on weekends. This beach boasts clear waters, clean sands, excellent waves, and is very popular with surfers. However, the ocean here is known for its strong undertow. So only strong swimmers or surfers should attempt to swim in these waters. Number 8. Barra de Tijuca Beach. This beautiful beach, which is the longest in Rio de Janeiro, boasts clean white sand and tends to be less crowded and attracts fewer tourists than Ipanema and Copacabana. Barra de Tijuca Beach is, in fact, where the locals choose to go when they head to the beach. Its waters are also said to be cleaner than those two more famous beaches. Barra de Tijuca tends to attract active beachgoers, so you'll find many surfers, kite surfers, and body surfers here. Number 9. Lagoa Neighborhood. The Lagoa area is not only the most exclusive neighborhood in the affluent Zona Sul district, but is the third most expensive neighborhood in all of South America. It is also home to a large lagoon known as the Lagoa Rodrigo de Freitas. The 4-mile path encircling the lagoon is a favorite spot for joggers and cyclists. Open-air cafes and restaurants along the shore offer stunning views of the lagoon and the beaches beyond. At last in the list, number 10, Jardim Botanico. Located to the west of the Lagoa neighborhood, the Rio de Janeiro Botanical Garden, or Jardim Botanico, houses more than 8,000 species of plants. Built in the early 1800s, the garden features many mature specimens, including avenues of towering palm trees. Visitors flock to the park to view the 600 species of orchids. The garden includes a number of monuments, fountains, and features, including a Japanese garden, a pond filled with water lilies, and the new Museo do Meio Ambiente, which displays exhibits that focus on the environment. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite tourist attractions in Rio de Janeiro? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.